Hello everybody, I'm Den Haring. Welcome back to my channel, Fish Den 365. We're going to do a bait review today, but before we do it, I want to just give you a couple of pieces of update information, what to expect with the channel going forward. My wife and I just got back this weekend from vacation at Big Cedar Lodge, so sometime after I put out this video, we'll put out a video about Big Cedar Lodge and the vacation and the package that we had and all the things that we did, in case anybody has an interest in going out there, because it was a fun vacation and it was a good time. And after that, I'll put a video out about fishing at Table Rock Lake, which is one of the things we did while we were out there. The only down part about the Table Rock Big Cedar Lodge experience, about halfway through our vacation, my wife came down with a breakthrough case of the virus, the one with the number 19 behind it. I'm not going to mention the name because YouTube algorithms get very strange when people talk about this, so I'll just say the virus with number 19. And unfortunately, I got it as well now, so we're both fighting it. She was actually quite sick over the weekend. She was just very lethargic. I just had her in the car while I drove home, but because I was in close proximity to her, that's probably why I got it too. So fortunately for me, so far it's just been like a head cold. I'm fighting it, so we'll see how that goes going forward. Both of us are fully vaxxed, so hopefully that'll help us get through this thing a little faster and a little easier. But I'm looking forward to getting that video out. When we do the Big Cedar Lodge video, we'll show you some photos and some videos of what we did out there and the opportunities there are for having a nice vacation out there, which there's plenty to do. So it was fun. I was surprised. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, actually, so it was very good. Well, let's get into today's topic, which is a bait review. Today, we're going to be doing a review of the Zoom Super Z Craw. And I really like this bait, so let me pull this out for you. I think it comes in two sizes. This is the larger size. I think it's 4.20. This is green pumpkin here. So that's the bait, the Z Craw. Here's a smaller size, probably 3.5. So you can see they got a smaller size too. This one's perhaps geared more towards smallmouth fishing. So it's a bait that it compares to another bait that I did a review on some time ago, and just to give you an update on that review, or give you an opportunity to see it, I'll leave it up here, a link for you to see that one. And it's the Rage Menace bait, and this is what the Rage Menace looks like. So just as a comparison, here's two similar sized baits, right? This is the smaller Z Craw and the Rage Menace. And the Rage Menace comes in at least two sizes, maybe three. I think it's three. And so I like both the baits. A couple of advantages and disadvantages that I'll go over. If I had to give one bait the nod, it would be the Zoom Z Craw, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But the Rage Menace is also very good, especially on the back of a jig. The nice thing I like about the Rage Menace is they spend a little more on money on the packaging. They have the tail connected together, and it's packaged in a way where it stays straight. Zoom has chosen not to do that with their packaging. They just throw it in the package, and so you have that possibility for the bait to get kinks in it. But there's a solution for that, and that is if you put water in a pot and boil it and get it good and hot and put these baits in there for a little while, a couple seconds to a minute or so, and then take them out and let them dry. It'll straighten them out, and then you've got straight baits again. But you probably pay for this packaging as well. The Zoom baits are good priced. I believe these are they come 6 to a package on the Zoom, and it looks like these Menaces are 8 to a package, but I'm pretty sure they cost more. Here's one of the reasons I like the Zoom bait a little bit better. So they both have a very similar tail, and there's a ton of action on the tail. The Zoom bait I like better because it's got this flat profile and much larger ribs. And that's easier to get a better hook set in because it's flat compared to the round, if you're Texas rigging it, for example. And these ribs give off a lot more vibration than what the comparable Rage Menace bait does. But there's something I like even more, and that is the Zoom bait is identical from one side to the other. It's completely identical, even though it's flat. And what they've done is they put hopefully you can see that, a hook slot on both sides. So what does that do for you? Well, when you're fishing this bait, and if you're Texas rigging it, like I often do, and it gets a little torn up because you caught a fish or for whatever reason, all you gotta do is pull the hook out, turn the bait around, and then hook it through the other side, and you get double the life out of the bait. So it's really nice that it's got that same exact slot on both sides of the bait. Really nice feature on the Zoom bait. And the thing catches fish. I caught a lot of fish on this bait already. I haven't used it a ton, but the little bit I have used it, I mean, it led to that crazy fish catch I had a little while back where I set the hook on another fish and the bait landed behind me, and then a fish grabbed it while my rod was on the ground. I'll set a link for that for you so you can see that in case you haven't too. But that was funny because I almost lost my rod. I had to dive for my rod before it went in the water. But that was a fish that was just going crazy over this bait. And you can fish this bait a ton of ways. You can Texas rig it. You can fish on the back of a jig. You could do a lot of things with this. You can put it on a football head, and you got a really good bait that way, or a swinging football head, better still. I know a lot of people who really like this bait on the back of a swinging football head, and it does work very well. So just a quick bait review on the Zoom Z Craw. Go out there, give it a try. I think you'll be happy with it. It's a bait that I'm using more and more of, and I'm curious about this smaller size. There's another thing I haven't experimented with, but that I'll tell you about, and that is, I've been hooking these things the standard way, which is the bait flat like that, but I'm questioning if I can't put a round head jig in here and have the hook come out the top like this, so that it has this bait fish profile with these legs kicking like the way a bait fish would really go. And I imagine if you can get that hook straight enough and have this thing track perfectly straight, that could be a very interesting way to fish it as well. So I will be trying that, and when I do, I will report on the results of that in an upcoming video. Well, I hope you got something out of the video today. If you did, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As soon as I start getting a little bit better and recovering, we'll do the full video on the vacation out at Table Rock. And then shortly after that, we'll do a little bit of a fishing review on how the fishing was. It's tough in September out there, but I did find some good fishing, and so we'll share that with you as well. Remember, we're certified Bassified, and as always, may God bless your fishing endeavors.